Hi guys, it is Dan from Community Shop, and today we are making St David's Day pasties, lamb and veg pasties. You're going to need short crust pastry, diced lamb, carrots, parsnips, potato, onion, swede and a small leek. You're going to chop or dice them up. You're going to want to chop or dice your lamb, and you're going to want some flour as well, just a little bit of flour so you can coat your lamb in it just like this, just like David is showing you right now, just so that when you put it into the pan it's going to caramelize up really nice, and that flour is going to turn all the liquid and juices out of the meat and the veg into a bit of a sauce. So it's in his pan. He's going to give it a good stir so it's nice and coated. Make sure you put a drop of oil or some butter in the pan to start off with, just so that it doesn't stick too much, and then just continue to stir for a while until it's nice and browned. Now, it doesn't have to perfectly be browned all the way around. Not all the pieces need to be completely cooked all the way through, because it will cook when it is in the oven. So once most of it's browned around the outside, there's still a bit of pink left. You're going to want to put your carrots, your onions, your swede, your potato and your leeks in. You're going to want to mix that around once you've put all those in and give it a good stir. Just look at that incredible colour. This is all really healthy, already good for you. There's nothing bad in this whatsoever. Well, except for the pastry, but at the end of the day, you know, you've got to have a bit of carbohydrate with your food, haven't you? So that's it. That's all that veg, nice and in there. You can use any veg you like. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Whatever veg you fancy, whatever you've got in the cupboard, whatever you've got in the fridge, just go for it. It's going to go well in it because it is basically a bit of a stew inside of a pastry. Now, David's going to add a tablespoon of mint sauce just to complement the flavours that are going in there. He's put a bit of pepper and a bit of salt just to season it nicely. And then he's going to mix all that seasoning in just like that. And then once it's all mixed up and you're ready to go, the next step is to think about rolling out that pastry. Now, we've got two different pastries here. We have just recommended one short crust pastry, but you can do what you want. So the first pastry that you'll see once you've dusted your surface with flour is a suet pastry. Now, this is homemade by David, our chef in this shop. He's a really great chef. He makes some really great food and he loves to make suet pastry. So we've sped this up for you so you don't have to listen to me ramble on for a good 10 minutes about how you roll out pastry. But here you go. Easy roll out. It doesn't need to be too neat. You want it to be a circular-ish shape, but it isn't a problem. And David's tip of the day is to put your pastry straight onto the greaseproof paper on the baking tray, because once you try and move it, once it's got a hot, slightly wet filling in, it isn't going to go too well. So there it is, it's on there, and then he says give it an egg wash around the outside so that it's easier to seal when you need to put it together. Nice little egg wash, just egg and a bit of water mixed together, easy and done. So the next step is to go and grab your meat mixture. Give it a good stir, make sure it's all browned on the outside, looking really nice, smelling absolutely incredible, it's delicious. The next thing you're going to want to do is obviously fill it into your pastry. So there we go. You don't want to overfill it, because if you overfill it, they're going to potentially explode, they're going to be really difficult to fill. You just want to give it a nice hearty portion, as you can see David is doing here. Use a spoon, use anything you've got just to easily kind of put it in small amounts until you think you're ready. And then the thing about a Welsh pastry that is different to a Cornish pasty or a Cornish pastry is that it's crimped over the middle and over the top. You'll notice a Cornish pasty is a much thicker crimp and it's around the side, whereas this is a much lighter, a much thinner crimp, much thinner pastry, and it's over the top instead of around the side, which is much different to a Cornish pasty. Then once you've done that, you're going to want to give it another egg wash over the outside. It's going to help it look absolutely beautiful when it comes out of the oven. And then that's it really. You are ready to go, and straight in the oven they can go. Now, you're going to want to put them on around 160, 170 degrees Fahrenheit until they're golden brown on the outside, just like that. And then if you've got a nice plate like David does, serve it like that. If you don't, serve it on any plate you've got really, however you like. But that's it. Absolutely beautiful. It tasted amazing. I can guarantee that. It is such a great dish. Enjoy St David's Day, guys. Enjoy your meals. Send us photos if you do. Have a great day. Give us a follow. Goodbye.